Morning, everyone. It should be live now. I think so. Audio seems to be working. How's everyone doing? Voice is a bit rough this morning. Look at this freaking mess. So the plan today is we're going to be making PCBs. Let me just get stuff out of the way here. So, oh yeah, the PCBs we made together, here they are. Did we make this together? No, I think I just showed you. So this is the heart rate sensor. So we could do this video, but first I would like to design another PCB to send out for manufacturer today, and then we can work on this. This is here a few days early. So look at that, Max 3102. Looks pretty good. So I got a stack of those, and I've got what else? Oh yeah, the power supply video to do. That'll be later. So yeah, let's hop into KiCad. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. I'm a little bit stressed because I want to get these two PCBs laid out. I'll show you what we're up to. My voice is shit this morning. So, this is what we're doing. So we've got a NRF24L01 module. So this is a schematic I put together yesterday. So I custom designed footprints and everything for it already. So it should be just layout. So NRF24L01. Then we've got this one. I should just, can I edit the name? OLED. Then we've got an AMS1117, some capacitors, some other capacitors for the NRF. And NRF cap 1. NRF cap 2. Morning, Gerald. So you got two of our NRF caps here. These connectors just go along with the wave share. Or that's the RP2040, I should say. AMS1117, and then here you can see it says potentiometer 1, 2, and 3, and servo 1, 2, and 3. We are making a rudimentary RC receiver. I am finally going to tackle my NRF24L01. If I could get this ordered today, it might be here in time for November's sponsored video. If not, it'll be here in time for December's. So, yeah, we're going to save this, and we're going to lay out the board. So for this, I've got two separate footprints. Here, let's assign footprints. All right, so capacitors, we're going to go 0805. This window, the footprint viewer, should really be open with this at all times. I think Franco is napping. Lockwatcher is here, though. Capacitor. SMD. 0805. 0805 with the hand solder pads. All of those get that. This one, NRF cap 1 will also get the same pad. 0805, the hand solder. Now this one is difficult, NRF cap 2, because, hang on, I need to check something. Where's Brave? There's Brave. I don't remember what cap I need to put with it. So definitely not in here. So the NRF 24L01 browns out. What the hell? There's advertisements? Did you see that? So 10 to 22 microfarad. Modular, be able to reuse things I've already seen done, been done in a more transparent way. So what I tend to do, and I don't know if it's right, is I make footprints. So like when I want to reuse sizes, I make the footprint for the cutouts and stuff like that. I'm actually going to do an interesting thing here. You can use one schematic for multiple PCBs, and that's the plan. I'm going to do that. It'll be good. Oh my god, open FreeCAD. I'll be doing that today. So we need to measure, let's say, a 22 microfarad cap. Actually, I'll bring it here. So let's use, like, on the big side, 22 microfarad. Problem with caps is that they're big, and one of these two boards are going to be a compact board. Okay, this is, I apologize, but, oops. Oh, I was zoomed out. This is going to be a mess. All right. Also, if you have suggestions for the KiCad team, it is an open source project, so you can reach out to them. Okay. Made many from scratch, back with panel and press for single boards. When you went to DeVry, ran a PCB making company in your father's basement. That's cool. All right, so what do we want? 22 microfarads. These are 50 volts. I'd like a lower voltage one, because the higher the voltage, the bigger the cap for the same capacitance. I believe this is exactly the same. What about these? Morning, MT. And good morning, Foo. 16 volts, that's a little bit lower, that's good. Can I get away with 220? 220 microfarads, that's 100 times more, but it's such a small cap, I might get that. Here's a 25 volt 22 microfarad. It's actually very small. Maybe I'll just use these. They're 100 microfarad, but they're tiny. All right, so let's measure the OD. Large Pyrex dish on a tilt bed with a cam. So tilt back and forth. Yeah, when you're moving the stuff back and forth. That's cool. I like the way Big Clive showed with the vacuum, the heat sealed bag and the 2 bag clips. First of all, let's short this out. Okay, good. So that diameter is 5 millimeters. There you go, can barely see it. And the lead spacing is roughly, let's say, 2 1/4 millimeters. So 5 1/4 and 2 1/4. Gotta turn on my power supply so it stops making noise. So I think we're going to go with these caps. If it's too small, then we'll have to deal with it. 2 1/4 millimeters across. Yeah, same. But if I were to do it, that's the way I would try. Through hole. So it was small. It was 5. Why doesn't it show me my footprint? There we go. Okay, it's axial, radial, 5, and so I either got 5 mil and 2 millimeter spacing, or 5 mil with 2.5 millimeter spacing. I'm going to put a 6.3 millimeter diameter just to give me more space. Just in case I need a bigger cap. I can't have these PCBs fail if I want to make deadline. Okay, this is connector, pin header 2.54. I think it's by 9. Why is this so slow today? OLED is a pin header with 4. And then these are just regular 3 pin headers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what's this? U1 is the NRF. So I made my own footprint for that. This one. All right, so here's what I want to show you. So here's the NRF24L01 module that I've custom made the footprint for with a big keep out zone. And then I've also made one for the mini module. In Columbus, there was a manufacturer of PCBs I could get scrap from. Large scrap, cheap, double and single-sided. That's really cool. So for the transmit PCB, we're going for this big one. For the receive PCB, we're going with the mini. So there, and now there's the 2 footprints for the wave share. So we want this one no center. So there we go. So now we make the PCB. Let me check my Patreon, see if my thing is accurate. How many paid? Yeah, we have not gone up. Okay, so here's the deal. if you update PCB from schematic, update PCB, there's 16 errors because there's pads missing. That's okay. So here's your components, right? And then you save this. But then if you save a copy as something else, RX, yeah. Now we've got 2 copies. And we can change the footprints on them. Okay, so let's do easy things first. Let's grab this guy. And let's put the caps that are assigned to it. There's 4 caps. Need to put this anyway somewhere. Let's put the caps near it. These are the same. Yeah, hardly worth making your own. There are reasons. I will agree with you that there's hardly any reason. But there definitely is some reason. Why is this? Oh, I put a cap with something wrong here. Hold on. This guy is the imposter. He goes over here. Okay, so I can just delete this text, not needed. I'm gonna delete this text too, not needed. Grab this cap. All right, so we're gonna set up our caps. Small one-off makes sense. Yeah, if you need to prototype something now, and it's something like let's say you're making a amplifier circuit where this kind of stuff really needs a PCB for stability of like, so that your audio, you don't get like weird audio glitches. That makes sense. Okay, I think that's about as compact as we can make it. So the 3v3 will connect to here, across here. The ground is a bit tough on these. I'll deal with it. So just make that as compact as possible. Really, you can move like these caps like that. But then you've got the ground here. I think this is good. Okay, that's as compact as I can get. Now, the NRF going to be very important positioning, because this is kind of like at the edge of the board, right? And then the Pico, its pins will have to line up very closely. So that's kind of like a mess of wires at the moment. I can slap it all the way in here. So essentially the Mozzie, Mizo, and clock and all those things, they have to be very short. But also on the 3v3 and ground pad, I need to have access You know what? I may not worry about it for this. I'll put them close, but not super close. For the receiver, it'll have to be super close. So let's get that roughly into position. Oh yeah, and these guys go along here as well. Grid, 0.1 inch. There we go, can delete this. Don't really need the silk on the footprint there, but that's okay. Don't need the J1. There we go, so that's good. I think most of the stuff will be okay here. PCB AI that you give it the schematic and the parts and the general dimensions, the board spits out a board. Yeah, AI's got a long way to go before that's going to happen. So another thing I was thinking, if I shuttle this down, but not too much, I can grab this whole thing and have the regulator literally sitting like right next to the NRF. So then I get the power as close as possible and I can pop the caps like very, very close as well. Grab this, move. Actually, this I can just group. They'll stay together as one unit. I keep my wife is big into like puzzles. I keep telling her that she would love PCB design. Because like unraveling the spider nest, the rat's nest, is quite something. All right, let's do a half grid move like that. Let's grab this. I feel like I made this cap too big. But it's only 6.3 millimeters. The spacing here is kind of absurdly tight because all of these components are tiny. Okay, and then we've got another cap here this. Wish I could just stack them. Like, I know this will have pins, so I could probably jam this cap in. I just don't want it to get too close. Oh, that's an idea. I can pop this on the back side. Flip. That's a good idea. Pop this on the back side. And then they'll be tucked essentially as close as possible. Okay, I have an idea. We'll take this guy. We'll pop this guy to the back. Flip. We'll grab this guy. We'll flip it to the front. And then we can take this guy and move it on down. Like essentially there. How's it going, Franco? Flux AI. Interesting. PCB way. Like, how tight is that? It can't get much tighter than that. If I just grab these things and I move them, I'll just put them like here just to see. And then view, 3D viewer. Yeah, let's make a board cutout. Yeah. All right, let's route some stuff around first. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so the OLED, it's best to have it hanging off the edge there. Let's move these things away. But I need it hanging off the edge. Unless I pop it here on the back side. It's a little awkward. Whatever. Pop it there. All right, this guy is the servos. Servo 2. Servo 1. These are crossed. And then pot 1. Two. And 3. I feel like I've accidentally designed a board, NRF 24L01 RF board. It's to make a RC controller. Let's go edge cuts. Like, what happens if I chop it here? Our board is 45 millimeters by 35 millimeters at the moment. And then view 3D viewers. So this is what it looks like so far. It is absolutely tiny. So that is the NRF. Sorry, this is the Pi Pico. Yeah, it's tiny. So I was trying to use the little module, the micro module for this, but I don't know if I'll need to use that. The Flux software? Is that what you're talking about, Locke? How's it going, Anent? I'm designing a NRF 24L01 based board. Oh, KiCad? Caps has to come at front. I'm not sure what you mean. So essentially, so here's the big deal. On one side, I need potentiometers. On the other side, I need servo connections, but I could do both on both. I could just order one board and have it work. And it looks like I can shove the NRF downwards, shove this regulator sideways, and get even smaller. The caps are fine where they are. So all this is on one side. The unit sits here. These don't exist. And the cap sits on the back. I don't see a problem here. Flux AI does. Yeah, I don't know. I can actually move this one a touch closer. This can't move closer because of the caps, but if I move the caps, they'll be able to squeeze in there a little tighter. I don't know if I'm happy with this. Maybe if I move this up here. Oh no, how am I going to get the power in? Because the USB will go here. I I guess I could shove it more this way. Hang on a sec. If I grab all of these, and I shove them up, but this is empty space though. Oh my god, the pots are mixed up too. There is a add-on for KiCad that has an auto router. I don't know why they don't release it as part of the full package, but hey, I don't work here, man. Anybody else's Android phone update and now the new update sucks ass? I'll understand if it's just me, but do we just go with it? Do we just go with this being as small as we can? And we'll just order one PCB? Only thing though is I'd really like to add another footprint on here. You don't have an Android. What do you have? Oh, you have a flip phone, right? You have an old person telephone. Okay, well, let's just, like right now I'm just doing nothing, so let's do something. Okay, let's edit this to be a good size. By, sure, center and size. Let's go 45 by 35. Okay, I shrunk it a little bit, so that's good. Kind of frustrating. Let's do 0.1 inch grid. Yeah, it seems you can't snap that easily to off-grid. How's it going, Frozen Frontier? Yeah, that doesn't work. We'll figure out how to run the corners after. So, don't think I could put mounting holes, because like the M3 holes, look how big they are. They're huge. I think this will have to clip in. It'll just have to clip in to something. This PCB, actually I could put a single mounting hole in the middle there. This PCB is a NRF24L01 transmitter and receiver board. Okay, so I do want to fit one more footprint in here, and it's going to be painful. I froze the whole thing. Here's the mini. So I might regret this, but I want to put, maybe I'll put on the back side. But I want to add the functionality of having the mini module as well. And that might cause regret. I'm going to save now. Thank you. I might regret this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to flip it to this side. I'm going to keep it on this side. This could make my routing an absolute nightmare. But I want it. There you go. All right, so 2 is 3v3. Net name 3v3. Okay, 1. Edit is ground. Yeah, good call, Lock. Let me just open my notes here. I want to make sure that I don't screw this up. Okay, so 3v3 ground, and then CE. Then CSN. Then serial clock. Serial clock. Then Mozzie. And then Miso. Guys, I'm getting ambitious in my projects here. This is, I think, IRQ. IRQ. All right, let's just compare this to my notes. 3v3, ground, CE, CSN, SCK, Mozzie, Miso, IRQ. I think we're good. Okay, so true lock watcher, but why aren't systems auto-saving? I think that's the real question here. Systems should be auto-saving. Okay, so let's add a filled zone, excuse me, non-copper. Oh, no. Front copper filled zone. All right, so we want ground on front and back. Clearance 0.25, 1.5. Okay. There we go. Got some ground pores. All right, let's start routing. Let's route. So this 3v3 is going to be a pain in the butt. I'm telling you now, because the main 3v3 is coming from out here. So I might have to route something all the way across the world here. Also, these pads will be a bear. They'll be an absolute bear. Also, I'm just gonna, don't need that. Don't need, don't need that. Let's look what our circuit looks like. First of all, view, 3D viewer. So that's what it's gonna look like. The NRF, I'm purposely having it hang off the edge there, so that's fine. I will admit this might be a little bit tight. Let's move this. It's too close to the edge. Grid, half of that. Okay, we're good. Okay. Let's start routing. So these need to screw off over this way. These servo connections might be better up here. And the potentiometer connections might be better over here. Oh, and the 5 volt is here. Oh my God, this is not well laid out. So I need to sneak in a big 5 volt trace to here. Is it going to take signals from the radio and convert to actions? So the goal is to grab the potentiometer inputs here on one board and then send them to another board through the radio and receive through the radio, and then do actions on the other board through the servo ports here. So technically, no, like both boards don't need the pin headers, all of the pin headers, but you can add functionality. Pepper was appropriate. Oh, peppers. The OLED will be used for debug and also for showing the position of the potentiometers. The idea is on the main, well, here. I think this is just easier if I can grab this. Oh, I don't know if it's charged. Here's a commercial transmitter. So on this side, no. So see on this side, you have potentiometer readouts. And I don't know where the third button is here, somewhere. So here you have the potentiometer readouts. And on the other side, you have a receiver that'll grab those readouts and do things with them, essentially. So the OLED is more for the sending side, not the receiving side. Okay, so also this is my document I made about it. So here's my schematic. See ya, Frozen. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so one of my big issues right now is getting a high current 5-volt trace to here. I can't go up and around here. I mean, I could. Let's go 1 mil, okay. 1 mil. Let's go on the back. So grab that. And then you come across. Have to be here. But I don't trust vias to transmit all that power. Yeah, this is rough. Like, this is easy. All this is done like that. If this pad wasn't there, that would be much easier. So if I rotate like this, does this still fit? It kind of fits. There's still the problem that the 5 volts is here. If I rotate again. So this would fit actually way better. Ungroup. Move this here. Move this here. Okay, we'll move these after. this, this, and this. We can slot these in here. Move this. I mean, that does work. It looks a lot uglier. Through hole. This one's a through hole, but it's on the back side. So if you look at the 3D viewer, here's the front side, and there's the back side. So now I can run this big ol' 5-volt trace up to here. I feel better about that. I feel much better about that. And important too is these 3v3, these 3-volt traces, they all have to be big fat traces. And then the ground planes will go around them. Yeah, I can lay the cap down, but the thing is the cap, itself has to be as close as possible to this NRF module. The NRF module is very picky. So why didn't this connect? Something wrong with my ground pour, obviously. Why didn't this connect? Because this is ground. Some reason it's not connecting, but anyways, I'll force it. I don't know, 0.5 mil. Connected now. I don't know why it wasn't before. I'm going to pop a via in that hole too. So it connects to the bottom side. Okay, so 5 volt is routed. Let's start routing these delicate sensor signals. Yeah, schematic. Here's a schematic. So apparently Mozzie Mizo, very, very sensitive. Oh, great. These pads won't allow me to pass. Okay, gotta make smaller pads. Oops. Oh no, what have you done? Shit. Pad number 7. 1.8 here. Number 6, 1.8 here. Okay, something's really messed up now. We got 2 pads stacked on top of each other. What the hell? It's like these parts don't exist. They're like visual bugs. Okay. That was weird. That was a weird bug. All right, so net class width, that's good. So let's run CE direct. CSN can go in the back. Mozzie direct. Mizo direct. Serial clock will go underneath. These need to also connect here. CSN, CE. Oh, serial clock won't be able to get there. So Mozzie needs to pass underneath. Back copper. Mozzie, top copper. So serial clock, and then underneath serial clock. CSN like that. Then meso. Oh shit. Meso and IRQ. Meso did a weird. There we go. I think they're all connected. Let's pop some vias in here to make sure the ground planes are connected. We don't want any crosstalk. So far, so good. Mossy is connected to Mozzie. Yeah. Meso to Meso. Mozzie to Mozzie. They're connected properly. Right now, let's grab the 1mm trace. Just do big fat traces across here. Don't know why that one says CE in bold and the rest don't. That's okay. And so, there we go. Connect these guys up too. There. All right, so now we need to run a 3v3 trace. No, we just got rain, Gerald. Like freezing rain, and then it turned into a little bit of snow. Yes, you can do design rule checking afterwards. Okay, let's see. Net class width. So let's try to run this servo here. Okay to cut the 5-volt there. That's good. Probably do the same thing with this servo. And this servo. It's good. I'm gonna try to drag this up. Up. Can we not pass it this way? Don't think so. Let's drag this one up. Can we pass this up here? We should be able to. Oh no, one is, okay, no, one is tighter. So let's forget that. And then these potentiometers, they can just run like this, but I can't cross here because I did my 3v3 on top. I'll do it on the bottom. On the bottom like that. Back to the top. Knit class width like this. And like this. Okay, SDA. Sure, I didn't want a big trace like that, but why not SCL? Now this 3v3 will be a bit of a challenge to come grab from over there. The closest one is here, but I don't want to cross the ground plane. Looks like we can snake around up here with a net class sized we go like here, well, we don't like cutting these ground planes, so I'll go up here and there. I mean, I think we're nearly fully routed. Oh, it's just these 3v3s missing. I'll just pop a bunch of vias here. Should have really made them symmetrical. And then we'll connect across to here. So it's not going to be the like high current 3 volts, but still work. 2-layer 2-layer board. And also, we got a couple tea drinkers in chat. Anant. Am I saying it right? Anant? Sounds like I'm calling you an insect. Drag this more into the middle. And we'll pop some more here. And some more here. Vias are like ducks at the park. They're free. You don't have to pay extra for them. You can just grab them and bring them home. Yeah, so we've got Anant as a tea drinker, we've got Gerald, and we've got Franco. I myself am a coffee fanboy. A little weird that this ground plane wouldn't pour, but whatever. So let's see what that looks like. 3D viewer. Yeah, there we go. I might actually put the cap on top, but for the moment, if I want it sitting flush, it has to be on the bottom. Jira caffeine gets you going. Yeah. I think it looks good. Add some text, and I think we'll send her, because I think my DRC is going to be shit. Run DRC. 2 errors. Unconnected items. Okay, so... Oh, apparently I forgot to connect that. That was nice. Nice of them to tell me. There we go. And then rebuild. Okay. And then I think it's gone. We'll have to check it. I don't know what that means. Oh, these are yellow. Okay, let me rerun it. Run DMC. One error. Pad 2. Yeah, so this is not connected to anything, but it's connected through the component. So I don't have to worry about that. And then this track. What's wrong with this? It goes into here. It's connected. It doesn't like that track for whatever reason. Don't know why. Yeah, anyways, don't have to worry about connecting that because it's connected through the component. So that's it. Then the warnings. Silk screen overlap. Don't care. Just silk screen overlap. All right, so let's add some text. I probably won't have space for my logo. Let's add a footprint. Should be 10 by 10 logo. Yeah, there's like no room anywhere. If I pop it on the back, it should be okay. Let's flip this. Change side flip. Let's look at the back silk. It's going to be ugly on top of all the vias. Yeah, this is a 10 by 10, by the way. 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters. So it just shows you how small it is. And then I can delete the G whatever reference. Also, it'd be nice to have some text by these pads, but there's no room. Well, let's put, anyways. Let's try anyways to put some text. Okay, so it'll be ground, servo, 5 volts. I need to do that backwards. 5 volts. Ground, and also this has to be like okay, 5 volt servo ground. And then it'll be like 1, 2, 3. And then this will be 3v3, potentiometer, ground, 0.6, 0.6, And now I need to number them. So it'd be 1, I'm gonna have to do a half grid. Can't really do a half grid. 1, 2, 3. Oops. And then 3. 2. And 1. Oops, not bold. So that looks like view 3D viewer. That's not too bad. That looks good. Okay. Oh, hey, Curtis. Longtime viewers of the channel will now note that I am tackling one of my greatest fears, the NRF24L01. Screen. Simple Electronics is NRF TX RX PCB. I can actually shrink it down. Uh, 0.9, 0.9. Now it's even smaller. Did I cause an issue with ground? I may have. I'll put a couple of vias. Grid 0.5. So how small is it now? It is now 32.5 millimeters by 45. Silk screen. There we go. I would love a pancake. In the 3D viewer. This is a tiny board. I might be able to get 10 of these boards, which, sorry, 20 of these boards, which I hope so. And it's fully hackable because all the pads are still broken out. Okay. I need some text. What text do I put here? Oh no, this is backwards. I'm not redoing it. I'm not redoing it. This will be on a little, Why are the holes made in chip mounting space? In here? In here? This is to trigger people's trypophobia. And that was a joke, obviously. This is for, these are vias. They connect the front and the back. So if you look here in the front, you see that there's islands of ground that aren't connected to anything. So the vias connect them to the back, essentially. Could use with a couple more vias. The thing with the vias is that they're free. So you just pop them wherever you want to link your front with your back. In fact, I'm probably going to pop a via into these to make sure that they're grounding as well as possible. Since they're surface mount caps. Yeah, connecting the two ground layers together, the front ground layer with the back ground layer. So I popped the via in there and I had to add some wire because for whatever reason the ground pour wasn't working. So even like here, you can add vias there. So the only thing I don't know, oh, is that red now or is that yellow? Oh no, that's silkscreen overlap, I don't care. In fact, we can grab, let's screw it. Copper poured on both layers, top and back. The red you see is copper pour, like this sort of like translucent red, and then here's the back copper pour, which is almost entirely poured. There's like almost nothing missing. I'm gonna mark out what these are for sure. Front silk. In fact, I don't really like edit footprint. I really don't like these silkscreen lines. I don't need them. So I'm going to mark what these are in text here. So that is SDA, SCL, 3v3, ground. There we go. So they're marked. That should be good. It should be a really dense. It should be a really dense board. Pop a via in here and in here. Why not? Pop a via in there. Okay, is there anything that we should put here or here? So speak now or forever hold your truth, or whatever. You know what I mean? Speak now, essentially. All that grounding shield the RF, so the antenna sits way out here. So I'll show you where the antenna is. So the antenna is like on the ends here. So the answer is it shouldn't. Let me show you the modules we'll be working with. So here's the through hole one. That's this guy. So those legs are going to sit in there. And then here is the surface mount one that I added at the last minute. Look at the size. So I'm pretty excited. This guy plus the fact that that board is 45 by 35, what is it? It is 33 by 45. So here is 33 by 45. So it's going to be like tiny. So I think this is 45 this way. Yeah. So these boards are 45. Here, let me grab one that we haven't. So if we go 33, 33 is just about there. So just about, so that will be the size of our board. And then this guy will sit out like this, so you'll see it's actually quite a distance away. And even this guy who sits right at the edge, so just about there. So should be far enough. No, ground plane is on the top layer and on the bottom layer. The tracks are routed around the ground plane, or the ground, more accurately, the ground plane is poured around the tracks. So I'm going to submit this to PCBWay and reach out, and hopefully they'll get it started. No, so nobody has any opinions what to put here? Can't really be a mounting hole. This will have to have like a 3D print that sits it down on something. I was thinking of a banana for scale, actually. The voltage of the board, well, it's a USB powered board. Actually, that's a good point. There are no power or ground pads. You just have to take it off from somewhere. But you can use these. You can use these to power it. So it's not that big of a deal. You could put the value of the cap, but it's kind of variable. I hate putting cap values because they're not that serious. Being brutally honest here, they're really not that serious. You can put kind of whatever. Well, I guess not. I'll just submit this, and we'll get what we get. All right, so let's save this, and then we'll do the plot, and then you plot, and then you generate the drill files, and then you close, and then you put it all into a folder, where it's all in the KiCad folder. KiCad stuff, KiCad projects, NRF, and then you take all of the files, and then you add to archive. You can put SE. Yeah. All right, let me show you what it's like. PCBway.com. I don't think you need a account to submit, but if you go PCB instant quote, and then you go upload Gerber files in beta, and then you just click the add Gerber file. Let me just do that. KiCad stuff, projects, NRFTX, and then you just put, so here it's detected 45 by 32.5, and then there you go. Change this to Canada. So 2 to 4 business days, which is kind of what we need. Okay, so there's your total price in USD. So looks like if we order it today, shipment will be on the 18th, delivery will be on the 21st, which means we've got a couple days to make a video. All right, so this is also what I do. So here is $5. No, not done stressing until it's all in my hands and until it works. Okay, so here's what I do. You increase the number until this $5 becomes something more expensive. So 15, no, we can't do 15. Damn it, so close. Well, that sucks. 10 it is. If you can make them really small, you can get more boards for the same money. All right, and then I always pay the extra to take the weird product number off of it. So $6.50 American plus the shipping. But the shipping is not that bad. Like, look, if you 7 to 9 business days, $4.75. So in principle, you get 10 boards for almost $1 a board with the shipping and everything. But I like DHL because it's a rush. But if you want to take longer, you can put See, the green is 24 hours. Red is 3 to 4 days. Yellow, 3 to 4 days. Blue, 3 to 4 days. White, 3 to 4 days. Black, 3 to 4 days. Purple, oh, 3 to 4 days. Purple used to be longer, so that's cool. Oh, matte black, 3 to 4 days. That used to be longer too. Matte green. So yeah, these are a little bit more expensive. Oh, the purple is the same price though. I'll go with green because I need the rush though. Stress at work. What's it caused by? Mostly the stress. Yeah. Yeah. No edge connectors. You can also change these things. Lead free costs a little bit more. Immersion gold looks so freaking good. I love immersion gold. Don't know what Enipig is. Plain copper costs extra. That's interesting. So that's it. That'll be it. Let me turn around time and the quality. Oh yeah, it's incredible. So let me do this. I'll do it on my second screen here. Log in. Log in. Freaking unresponsive websites. Okay, PCB instant quote. Upload the Gerbers. Add Gerber. No. NRF. To Canada, yep. DHL, apply. No, I tried to sneak in 15 pieces, wouldn't let me. To be fair, PCBWay would send me as many pieces as I want, but it's not. If you increase the price, you might get to a point where DHL is going to charge entrance fees. That's just not something I want. Okay, that's it. $6.50 plus shipping. Save the cart. I agree that there's nothing illegal in there. It's not weapons. And then let me just contact my PCBWay people. Oh. There we go. That is done and done. It could be weaponized. I don't think so. Okay. So now I've got a couple things to do. I've got this whole mess of stuff to deal with. But then we have to prototype. Please don't fall. We have to prototype these boards. And once they work, then we need to create a video out of them. Probably should print out some more cases. So in fact, let's start. So I need more coffee, as you can see. What we'll do is we'll start the 3D printer and we will print one of the cases. And then we will prototype this while it prints. And then once this is working, then we're going to make a video on it. I was all resting on a screwdriver. Okay, so let me get the Voron started. It should have already in it. Oh yeah, wait. 2.7 here. Screen. 1, 2.7. I'm gonna bookmark this. How do you bookmark something? Leo AI? No. No. Brave Shields? How the hell do you bookmark? Oh, there. Done. All right, so let's get the heater bed going. Oops. It is really cold in here. Actually, that says 19.6. What does my temp say? 19. Okay. I just feel cold. Maybe it's because the floor is sapping the heat away from me. All right, so in here, should be the case. That's vented. Vented. I think this one. Well, that's what the Stemma QT. Sure. Preheat. So yeah, it is. You see, it's taking the heat bed longer to warm up. Ninja throwing stars, the shuriken. What do we order? PCB shurikens? Is that what we're doing? Okay, and then if I go start the print, print. I'm gonna grab. Wow, you guys are super close on this thing now. Look how close you guys are to the bed. It's bedtime, children. Look, you can see my toothbrush in the back there. Here. Toothbrush. Oh my god. Why do I keep throwing junk on this USB cable? Poor freaking camera. All right, let's brush the teeth. Oh, sorry, I knocked you. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I swear I'm not doing by purpose. You're right up close and personal with my 3D printer here. Okay. All right, so I need to go get coffee. That means you guys are on spaghetti detection. So I'm relying on you guys to make sure the print doesn't fail. Yeah, that is close. Okay. So keep an eye on this. I'm gonna make coffee. Let's put this like down here. Can it center itself? I mean, close enough. All right, be right back. Guys, what the hell? You're not supposed to let that happen. Alright. Cancel. Yep. Okay, we'll get this at 60. We're gonna home all the axes. Guys, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. You know, you had one job, is to prevent this kind of peeling. Oh boy. Good help is hard to find in this economy. Obviously, I'm kidding. There we go. Let's clean this off real good. I have some alcohol here. Should have a rag somewhere too. Here's a rag. Gonna drop a little bit of alcohol in here. Really, you're supposed to use dish soap on these things every once in a while. Give them a real good like water and dish soap clean. But it is what it is. Okay, so let's try this again. Go back to, what is this? This guy. We're going to try that again. No. No. Shoot. Whatever. What was it? 210? Let's go. Actually, we'll go 220. Print a little hotter, see what happens. And we're going to print that. There we go. I'm going to get the toothbrush. It's possible because the air is chillier in here. Might have some more issues. Let's trap a little bit of heat. If we shut... Oh! I'm sorry. Never mind. We can't shut the lid. Brush those teeth. See if she prints. Looks good. So yeah, maybe a little bit hotter filament will solve our issue here. Because we are now 220 degrees instead of 210 degrees. So we'll see what that gives. It feels like the air is much cooler in here. Anyways, webcam, and we should be able to add the C920 here. A little bit off to the side, huh? There we go. You got distracted, wandered upstairs. Oh, okay, well. So Are you saying that you're to blame for the misprint? I'll have to send you the bill. It's got to be at least, I don't know, 8 or 9 cents worth of filament. Huh. Some construction screws I hadn't seen. I'm just clearing a little bit of space underneath my desk here to put away. So these boxes here, they house like so many of my components now, and the other day I got frustrated because I couldn't find where I had put some of them. So now I'm just making room underneath my workbench to house them so that they'll be somewhere that I can find. What is this? A 500 gig hard drive. Do I want to see what I used to have on a 500 gig hard drive or not? Probably not. Not for now. Okay. All right, so let's take these bad boys, put them down here. Oh. Okay, that's some of them. Oh, avalanche. More like crap phalange. It's all my crap. All right, and that should fit here. And that should be good enough. Kicked the can down the road. Oh. Okay, that's one problem dealt with. Here comes another one. You were busy feeding the chicken. Is that chicken like plural or just one chicken? Do you only have one chicken? Unless you're talking about the dog and you're calling him a chicken because he's a coward. You only have one. Okay. I thought, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a city boy through and through. But I thought chickens were flock animals and really needed to be around other chickens or else they feel uncomfortable or scared or whatever. And I am totally willing to be wrong on this one. Okay, so that's dealt with. They are. Long story. Okay, fair enough. Now, whenever there are stories about chickens and too few of them around here, the thing that I hear is that it involves coyotes. So I hope that's not what. I hope that's not what's going on with you. Tell it on Tuesday during your stream. All right. I might not be here. I work Tuesdays now. But it depends. Doing math. By the way, I have tomorrow off. This just feels so weird for me. Not used to having tomorrow off. Monday's off. Okay. Putting stuff away. This I'll need for the power supply review. This maybe has to do with the power supply. I don't remember. I'm thinking of streaming tomorrow, but we'll see. I kind of want to see if I can get stuff done not on stream. Oh, raccoon. Really? Freaking raccoon can kill chickens. Wouldn't have expected it. Okay, so motherfucker. So I live squarely in the city. Okay, you can't confuse my house for the country. But I've personally seen coyotes here. One morning, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that. They were, I guess, celebrating a kill across the street because they were yelping like crazy. And they woke us up, and we looked out the front window, and there was just coyotes everywhere. She's an old bird. She doesn't lay much anymore. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got them all. All right, so that 3D print's going. By the way, Curtis and any Canadian in here, did you see that the Elegoo Centauri Carbon is on Black Friday sale on Amazon, under $500? Now, as much as I would love a Voron, it looks like I would be able to use a Centauri Carbon to do a lot of what I want to accomplish with the Voron, and the income is just not good enough this year to justify a Voron. So, like, I'm working with the college. I haven't gotten paid yet, but it isn't going to be a lot of money, but it's just going to be extra to what I'm used to. So I need to check reviews for it. Here, let me show you. Here. 466. I have to go look at the reviews again to see if there's any major downfalls of this. But 466 is decent. Partner with Elegoo in the past, should see if they'll sponsor something. Yeah, you should try. I don't think Elegoo's on speaking terms with me anymore because their 4 Max went really bad. Let's see, 466, 65 times 1.13. That is 527.31 taxes in Ontario. If it went down to 450, I think it would be an instant buy. I'm just worried it's going to be a little shit, you know? Because that is cheap for a Core XY 256 and like... Oh, but then you see this in the reviews. So this is great. This is great. Oh, difficult review. Yeah, Neptune 4 Plus. Yeah, okay, this guy's reviewing the Neptune 4 Plus, which is the Max is what I've had trouble with. Here's Centauri Carbon. Camera monitoring. Disadvantage is sound of the fans. Oh man, it looks like it's printing that perfectly. Looks good. Great printer. So this is, I don't know what he bought. PSA, you might get a secondhand printer. Yeah, but that's okay, you send it back. I'm so on the fence. Anyways, so I'm thinking about it because the thing is, the Voron is right now with the 11/11 sale. The Voron would be like $1,300, but it's not the same. The Voron is a project. The Voron would also be 350 mil by 350 mil by 350 mil, so it'd be much bigger. So anyways, let's build up a max heart rate sensor thing, and let's see if we can get it working. So here is our test bed. So we're going to do it all socketed so that everything fits better. So right now I can do massive prints because I have the Elegoo Neptune 4 Max. Elegoo sent it to me, but it's so problematic that I wouldn't want to start a large print. Like, there are certain things I guess you can get away with when you have not a lot of surface area. If I grab this, like, look at the freaking size of this thing that I printed. It's absolutely huge. But look, like, delamination, and here, you see that? It's all coming apart at the seams. Also, like, the ringing in the part, I don't know if you can see the lines, but it's like ringing like crazy. I don't know. There's something with the Elegoo. I think what a lot of people found is that the bed warps as you put filament down onto it. So look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Oh yeah, you can see it down here. See? Looks like it's got fur. You see that? See that pattern? The nozzle scrapes over the part. And so the whole thing looks furry. Like, this is super strong. This, oh, is it splitting? I don't know if that's a splitting or it's a shift. But because I don't have a reliable 3D printer, like, look at the porosity down here. See the porosity there? It's like holes. So I don't know. And the whole thing looks furry. So it's just frustrating that it's such a promising product, but it doesn't really do what it says it does, what it says it should do. It's like close, but it's no cigar. And that's the frustrating part of it, is that it almost works. It's like 90% of the way there. And so Elegoo sends me this expensive 3D printer, and then I'm having issues with it. And then they're like, oh, try updating the firmware, try this. And then we get to a point where there's nothing left to try, and they just stop emailing back because they're like, well, this is a creator that we sent something for free, and now we have to deal with all of these complaints from them. Like, I don't blame them for being like, okay, go screw yourself, buddy. Like, we sent you this for free. But then I'm like, do I make the video bashing them? That's going to be way worse. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's a really rough situation as a creator because I'm not going to make a video glazing them. But at the same time, like, am I going to make a video saying it's shit? Like, it's weird. I did a bunch of upgrades to it, and it didn't help. So, yeah, I don't know. It prints okay, but okay is as good as I can say. And that is just disheartening. If you'd buy like a premium printer, it's not premium, but it's premium sized. You'd want something better than okay. Anyways, it puts me in a tough spot, and now I'm sure Elegoo doesn't want to work with me anymore because of the spot they put me in, by the way. Like, I'm not the one who designed your freaking printer. And like, yeah, the other problem is that I don't know what I was gonna say, but anyways, it bothers me. It's problematic. How about that? And I did all sorts of upgrades. Oh yeah, I think that the biggest issue is the print bed is too thin. It's like incredibly thin. And so I think that's why it warps so much. Just my opinion. But there are people who got some good prints out of it. Like, I get functional prints out of it. I just don't get like nice prints out of it. If you're promoted saying it's good, people buy it. Yeah, no, I don't. I would never. The thing is, in here in North America, we have rules that everything you say about a sponsored product must be your genuine opinion. You can say the things that the company wants you to say, but you have to believe them. From your folks back home, back to your home state, just looked and there's not a Spotify podcast since August. Did you give up on the podcast? Yes. Sorry, MT, but it became a source of like bi-weekly anxiety. I was having trouble booking guests, and then I found out that I emailed someone. I think it was you, even. I emailed someone, or it was Gerald. Anyways, I emailed someone and it went straight into the spam, so that explained why. I mean, it could have explained why nobody was answering my emails, or it could just be that nobody wanted to come on. Don't know. I was working on it all by myself. I had lost the sponsorship from PCB Way for it. It also seemed to be dragging the rest of the channel down, having low performance videos. I was just, I had to, something had to go. And it turned out it was the podcast. So I do feel really bad for people who liked the podcast, because there was most episodes got more or less 1,000 listens. But the issue is most of that was on Spotify. So the YouTube audience would be very low, and which meant that a few people in the know claimed that it caused my videos to be downranked in the algorithm. But I don't know if that's true. The real reason was that it was so much work for not a lot of benefit, not a lot of good. Yeah, pretty much that. So yeah, I felt really torn up about it, because I enjoyed the fact that I hadn't missed an episode ever since I started. I started that in 2020. But then, and there's other things like, in my day-to-day life that I sometimes share with you guys. Like, I just feel like I'm not getting ahead. So I've been applying to jobs, not getting any replies to them. So just, no, I'm not feeling great about everything. And the podcast being another source of stress was just not great either. So I guess in short, that's the deal. That's the deal, my dear. Oh yeah, there was the college stuff too at the same time, where they were kind of jorking me around there. They love me not, You know what I'm saying? They don't have budget for professors, but all of a sudden the plumbing program has had to hire someone at the last second. It's like, guys, get your shit together. Honestly. All right, so this may not work because we need a pull-up resistor. Oh, also, I think we have two different circuits. Let me see. Okay, SDA. And grab another one of these. Yeah, so let's solder some 4.7K. They are still sponsoring the YouTube channel, but they haven't said anything. As far as I know, it's business as usual. But I have this sneaking suspicion that the PCB Way sponsorships will dry up. And the reason I think that is because, well, I don't want to say. It's a hunch. It's essentially just a hunch, but I think it's an educated hunch. And the videos have not been performing particularly well, except for the I2C one, which was really good to see. So yeah, I'm assuming at any moment the sponsorship could end, which is kind of normal in the world of business. Like they've sponsored me for quite a while, but I don't think it's economically viable when you have a YouTuber like Joel Telling, 3D printing nerd, on your roster. What's the value add from having Dan from the Simple Electronics YouTube channel also on your roster. You know what I mean? Joel Telling is a huge channel. Like PCB Way has been swinging for the fences, getting huge clients on board. I just don't think I'm going to be needed in the near future. If that happens, then it will remove a bit of stress and add some new stress. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I won't be rushing to make 2 PCB Way videos per month and then failing and just making 1 or whatever. But then I'll have to get really focused on content creation, really make high impact videos. Would you just please solder on? Who is Joel? Joel Telling, 3D printing nerd, 3DPN. The way he talks, they seem to have bought him a studio, or at least like they signed an agreement for enough money to ensure he could move into a studio. Which is good, like good for him. I'm not, by the way, I am not denigrating. I actually like 3DPN's channel. I just don't know if there's going to be room on the roster for all of us. So there's the 2 pull-up resistors. Yeah, that is quite a sponsorship. And you guys can like tune out if you don't want to hear whining and moaning, but it's it doesn't feel good to look at my career choice, like being a mechanic, and seeing that everyone who chose differently, they're doing well. They all have new cars, they have bigger houses, they moved 3 times in the last whatever years. And then on the college side, you speak to all these full-timers. They have, their houses, they have their cottage, they have a whole bunch of projects, a huge usually an outbuilding garage for their projects. And then there's YouTubers. They pick up sponsorships. They got these big, massive things. And I just feel like for whatever thing I try, I'm just, grinding it out, one little insignificant video at a time. So that's just where it is. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm in a better position than a lot of people. I just wish I was in a better position than the one I'm in. That's all. Yeah, you know what, Curtis? I just wish I didn't have to grind so hard to keep my head above water. That's the big thing. I'm okay with no garage outbuilding and no project cars and no big studio. I would just like to have like 2 genuine days off per week and not have to grind so much all the time. And then I'd be happier. But like, it is what it is. All right. And that sniffle is because it's cold in here. I'm not tearing up. No worries. Let's grab our pin assignments for this. And then, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right? Let's get our pin assignments. Let's get GPT to make code. By the way, there's an anti-AI crowd, and I sort of understand their feelings most of the time. Without AI, I would not be able to code these projects. I mean, it's just that simple. I would be excluded from making these projects. I cannot code to save my life. I'm learning, but it's slow. All right, so if I grab this and I open recent documents, some max something, yeah, there. Thanks, I got no information on here. Thanks, Dan, you did great. First of all, for those just joining, this is the PCB we made today. 3D viewer. Hopefully it ends up well. I'll tell you why I'm pro AI, because I'll couple of reasons. The big deal is that I'm actually curious again. I stopped. Yeah. I stopped. I stopped Googling so much. I used to be so curious and Googled everything, but Google became garbage. But now, like on my way home, yeah, but now on my way home, I Bluetooth, open recent, right. But now on my way home, I'll Bluetooth ChatGPT to my car, and I'll have it teach me things like what modular code means exactly. Trying to figure out how that applies. I fell off the ship, you're in the ocean. Boy, I wish I could code better. No, like, gun to your head. Hold on. Okay, hold on. This might be not safe for work, so let me, scene in Swordfish where the dude has to code. Okay. Has to hack. Okay, so open image in new tab. So there's an old movie, Swordfish. No, up there, search tools. Yeah, I know. So there's a scene in Swordfish where the guy has to hack into a computer, and essentially the guy's like, "Oh, hack into this computer." He's like, "What? But there's so much security." And then he puts a gun to his head and he's like, "Hack it." And so yeah, so I couldn't do this. There's a little bit of nudity in that movie too, so if you're a prude. Guys, what the hell did I do here? This doesn't make... Oh, it's this. This is my heart rate sensor. Anyways, GP 6 and 7 are my SDA, and 5 and 4 are for the OLED. So I'm okay with nudity completely. I don't like when directors add sex scenes or nudity scenes for no reason. Like sometimes there'll just be like a naked woman in the background and it's like, I know you did this so that men would watch your movie. I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, I have a Max 30102 and what is this? SSD. I never remember what it is. 3306 or something like that. 6 OLED, which I want to drive with RP 2040 0 from WaveShare. I have already some pinouts selected. OLED ground 3v3, and then which one is which? GP5 is SCK and 4 is SDA. 5 is SCK. GP5 SCK, GP4 SDA. Max 30102, 102 module. I got 5 volts. GP6 is SDA, GP6 SDA, GP7 is SCL, SCL, ground, and then I've got ground, then GP2 being int, and then GP1 is IRD, 1 IRD, and then GP0 is RD. 0 is RD. Would like some code to run on Arduino IDE to have this working, where it would measure your pulse and O2 sats. Would be nice if it were to display a graph over time as well. the main goal is to work reliably. It was a 1306. Thank you. It knew it. Yeah. If it actually works, I'm going to be surprised. Shift you over there. New. Fuck it. I'm going to tell it to install updates for boards. Hopefully it'll work. Let's let that update a little bit. Yeah, well, every job has stress, right? It just, yeah. The problem is the college job is incredibly stressful right now because I have to create everything from scratch. So that's a big stressor as well. It looks like we will be streaming tomorrow morning, guys, judging by the progress here. Seems like stuff is installing. That's good. Good. Okay, let's update our libraries. Yeah, it's huge. And the sucky part is I'm getting paid 3 hours a week. I spend at least 13 hours a week working. But that's part of being a professor. The idea is the next time will be a lot easier. The problem is a lot of the things they've been asking me to do, there is no next time. There's no next time because it's they're asking me to teach a one-off course, essentially. So, like, I could tell them to go pound sand, but those, yeah, but it pays more. It's like 3 times what I make as a mechanic because it's supposed to compensate for that. I find it doesn't really, but usually the second time around it's a lot better. But again, there's no second time around. There probably won't be a second time around. All right, what do we have? Wire1.h. Let's see, is there a library sketchbook? Wire 1. What happens if we comment this out? Upload. Yes, it could definitely turn into something bigger. 100%. Like, I'm pretty proud of my work that I'm able to take a subject I've never taught to a group of people I've never taught and build a class and teach it at the same time. I think that's a good aspect. But it seems like while applying for jobs, nobody gives a shit. So there's that. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So here it is. Okay, what do we got? Snow. Okay, it says AR and SPO2. Showing nothing now. It's not really working. It is making a little graph. I'm not getting a heart rate reading. So as far as I know, this should be working. Pretty sure my heart's beating. Okay, let's grab the boot. Pop that in there. Let's try again. Okay. I love how I just commented out one of its includes and it worked. Okay. So it isn't reliably detecting my heartbeat. And the writing is a bit small and the graph hard to read. Can you redo it? Increase the font, make it read my pulse easier, and remove the graph since it seems to be too computationally difficult. New meds push your resting heart rate to 113. Wow. Pancakes, Curtis. Dang. Are you gonna share? Also, it says that we can't find wire 1 from the includes. Are you sure it is needed? Okay, good. All right, let's do this. Control A, Control V. And let's upload. You know what? I'm not so much of a pancake fan, but I am a big waffle guy. I do love waffles. All right, let's see if it works. webcam. Oh, I see something on the screen. Let's see if it picks me up. So it's showing a heart rate right now. Oh, wow, look at that. I don't think my heart rate is 250. Yeah, waffle irons are not even that expensive. I think the big deal is I don't want to wash it. The O2 sats can't be correct. Takes a while to initialize them. So that looked correct. 94 with the like 160. Let me just turn off the lights here. Maybe the infrared is messing it. I don't know. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go get I think I have an actual meter. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go grab it because I bought it during COVID. So be right back. This thing, pulse oximeter. But if you look, it's a different sensor. See that? I have an iron we get out every couple months. That's the thing too. My wife probably won't eat pancakes, but she probably will eat waffles. Thing is too, my dad volunteers, or well, he used to volunteer at a sugar shack. So I used to get free maple syrup. Okay, so here we go. So I just want to get an idea of my heart rate. low power. Oh yeah, it doesn't like it doesn't like rechargeable batteries. And this monster chomps batteries like crazy. Get out of there. So it takes two AAAs in parallel. I don't know if I have AAAs, like alkaline cells. I have carbon cells. You've only been to a Sugar Shack once. Well, you're missing out. School trip. Oh, so that was a while ago. No offense. Okay, let's see. Does that work? So 97% SpO2 and roughly 74 BPM. This is like all over the place. If I put it sideways. That was accurate for a moment there. It was like in the 60s. Okay, let me see what GPT has to say for itself. Let's see if someone else has code. You know, like what if someone successfully did it? Over here, Max. Let's see. Last minute engineers. So if I connected this to 3.3, it wouldn't work. It only worked on 5 volts. So this board is connected by 5 volts. Don't press too hard on the sensor. Don't press too lightly. Rubber band or some tape to hold your finger steadily on the sensor. Okay. Okay, let's try messing with the, let's get a baseline again. Oximeter. Get my heartbeat. So about 100, 97% O2 sats. So maybe I'll zoom you in. Be a little bit easier. And then just go gentle. That looked good for a moment there. Okay, I'll try to push a little bit harder. Doesn't look very good. Nope, not liking it. Not liking it at all. This one seems really accurate though. I mean, look at how fast the pulse is. I don't know how to do any of that, Peter. Try to do it out here in the shade a little bit more. The sensor is not borked. I do have another sensor I could try. All right, let's talk to GPT. Let's see what it can say. It did make this garbage code, after all. So it is wildly inaccurate, jumping between 300 BPM all the way down to 50. I tested with a real oxygen and pulse monitor, and I should be at roughly 80 BPM and 97% for 2 sats. Any idea why the max sensor is giving me wildly unreliable readings? Is it your code? Maybe. Well, I have cold fingers. Wait, I don't have switching power supply on the board. It has a linear. I don't know. I'm not sure. So what's the big deal if I pull up to 3.3 volts and power with 5 volts? The board needs 5 volts and the RP2040 uses 3.3 volt logic and power. The Max board has its own regulators on board to bring it down to 3.3 volts. And if I power the board with 3.3 volts, it doesn't even get detected. Yeah, you better think. Um, the okay. The Max board does not have built-in pull-ups. I added 4.7K pull-ups to 3.3 volts. I mean, we can add a cap, I guess. Let's see. Let me try warming my fingies first. It said warm fingies work better. So I'm just gonna warm up my fingies. Could just go and touch the heat bed, but I don't want to ruin the print. Okay, warm fingy. Not quite working, huh? Okay, let's upload the code that it's telling me to upload. So I'm going to hit the boot. Okay, let's just open a new sketch. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but let's see. Oh, it's got serial. Here, let's upload it. Let's see if I can actually open the serial monitor for once. So tools. Don't know what that means. Tools. Serial monitor. Oh, look, it's working. I've got serial. Okay. So now GPT is telling me to do something here. IR average values. Okay, let's put my fingy on there. Okay. Okay, so my fingy's on there. Oh, you fucker. Can you just auto scroll? Why do you not auto scroll? Thank you. There you go. Auto scroll. Okay, so IR is like 262. If the sketch prints IR average values during tuning, they never approach like 50K. Right now they're at like 262,000. Either the LED current is insufficient, the sensor is badly placed, or the module is fake/wrong LEDs. If IR values saturate over 60K, you likely have a wiring short or very reflective material, different finger pressure. Okay, here's going on it harder. That's weird. The heart rate looks accurate, 88. But the O2 sats are not being calculated. Let's hit the reset. It's not my code, aka. Okay, what's a max 3105? Does it look physically different? So it could be a max 3105. You know what? I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna swap to a better I'm gonna try Claude. Because essentially I need it to work reliably. Please emphasize this in your code. Man, that's generating a lot of friggin' code. I think that's way more code than GPT made. May take 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, well, let's try. Copy. Upload. See if it works. I don't even know what it used as libraries. I mean, that looks good. Oh, look at that. The serial monitor is working. It says 166 BPM and 50 SpO2. And it says 43% SpO2. Now 33%. That's not correct. Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just function. The problem is it's not functioning. I'm really okay with just function because it's just meant to have people be able to mess around with it. Let me reset. Still measuring. still measuring. I have my thumb on it now. It says heart rate 187. I don't think that's accurate. But SpO2 is 95 now. Oh, it lost it. You see now it's measuring. .166 and SpO2 is not valid. There we go, 150 BPM, I think that's too high, and 94% SpO2. It's close, it's not quite right though. Oh, how's it going, Frozen? So let me, I'm gonna copy this. Here is the serial data. Doesn't feel correct. It should be under 100 HR and over 95% O2. Don't know why that's in code. Whatever. Oh, God. I like Honey Nut Cheerios. I used to eat it a lot as a kid. By the way, how's the print going? Frickin' super close view. All right, let's see. Let's boot this. Boot. Do you guys see how much work it takes to make a frickin' video? Upload. This is a Voron 0.2 that I have built from a kit. It's just literally a RP2040. Oh, hold on a sec. Failed to compile. It's a RP2040 and a Max 30102. Oh, did it do it? 2 hours of beating my head against the wall. I just need a usable sketch. Done uploading. Okay. Let's go serial monitor. It says measuring. It says measuring in progress is 0%. It's not capturing my heart rate at all now. Okay, let's check Adafruit heart rate. Max 30102. I want to buy a legit one. Oh, 300102. They don't even have it. Got the old version, what? Of the code? I mean, I can just go and copy it. Heart. Rate sensor. So Adafruit doesn't even make the sensor anymore? I mean, they would be if they worked. I might run this through my corporate Google Gemini account. Can I change the tools? I want to change the font on here so you guys can see it better. Copy. Upload. Have a good one, Frozen. Let it go. Okay, so let's put the serial monitor up. So my finger is on it. Beats 0. Hold still. Zero. Still 0. Still 0. Still 0. Then I remove the finger, put a thumb instead. Still 0. All 0. Claude is about to pack up shop. I don't think it's going to help me very much. Yep. No, it's not like my mortgage depends on this or anything. I mean, this is just more reason that I need to learn code. Okay, let's copy this. Control A, Control V. Put this into boot mode. And then upload. Okay, let's grab the serial monitor. There we go. I mean, aside from the SPO2, it does work better. Here, let me show you guys. Oh my God. All right. So no finger. So here we go. So the SPO2 doesn't seem right. And the BPM is very high. Let's try again. So that seems wrong. So 158 and 87%. And if I turn this on, $80 seems more correct. like way too high. So now it is picking up my heart rate at almost double what it should read. I'm gonna have to pee pretty soon. So stream is almost over, not over yet. Okay. See, I knew it would end. All right, so let's put this in boot. Boot mode. Like that. Copy this. Control A, Control V. Upload. Yeah, the calculations are off. But I'm starting to believe ChatGPT. I think this sensor might be fake. Oh. Okay. So now I can't. Okay. Let's try Gemini. Hold on. Okay. I have this code for my Max 30102, 30102 sensor and RP2040, and it seems to read SP02 too low, 84% instead of expected roughly 97%, and BPM too high. Oh wait, and it won't compile. Won't compile with error. Here is the code. Control A, Control copy, Control V. There you go. Have fun, Gemini. Wow, that was quick. Yes, give me code I can just copy and paste. Look at how fast that did it. Holy crap. Gemini, after my own heart. We upload. Okay, compilation error. Did you? Did you use some non-standard character? There are yellow boxes in the IDE. Okay. Can you fix it and I can just rewrite it and fix it so I can paste it in? Like, I don't know what you did, dude. There's a lot of stuff here. Copy, Control A, Control V. That looks better. Tossed in errors to make you code better. Yeah, maybe. Upload. Maybe my corporate Gemini. Oh, what you got? These are all Jesus Christ. Non-standard spaces. It's using spaces weird. Freaking robots, man. Clankers. That's so weird. Yeah, I see that. I do have a Pixel phone, so Google knows what's up. Okay, what's it doing now? Extended character. Let's just try to fix it here. I'm just gonna... I have a feeling this is something, because this is a Google product, right? Gemini is Google. I have a feeling they're adding these to make it easier for them to detect when AI has written websites. I think this is a function definition is not allowed before a curly Q token. I'm not understanding. Why is it telling me to do this? You fix it. You screwed it up. Where's the closing? It's in the loop. There's the closing. There's the void setup. There's the setup. Okay, there's the opening. Where's the closing? Dude, I have asked you to fix it. Can you just fix it and give me the code? You're embarrassing me in front of all my friends. Where's the freaking scroll bar? Why can't I find the scroll bar? Jesus Christ, man. This is a frustrating AI. Vibe coding is not it, man. Holy crap. Tell Gemini that Copilot will help better. No, I'm about to tell it that it's worse than Grok. Same errors. Were you coded with Grok? Do you have everything off yet? Why are the curly braces so weird? Like, look at this weird curly brace. Look at that. Oh wait, it uploaded. Jesus Christ, that only took all day. Serial monitor. Now it's not detecting my fingy. It's not detecting anything. Okay. So now it just isn't working. It did upload, but it isn't detecting my finger pulse. Actually, it isn't detecting my pulse, but is detecting my finger. Wait, did I copy the wrong thing? Let's upload this first. Okay, I need you to always rewrite the code so I can just copy paste it in. Just making sure. Yeah, bad code. Okay. Control A, Control V. I'm gonna boot this up. I don't know how many times I'm gonna write code to this thing, but it's gonna be a lot. This is probably gonna be my last try, because yeah, this is frustratingly bad. Okay, so uploaded. Not capturing me. Not working. Okay, well, let me just switch to the other camera. Webcam. That's it. That's all for today, folks. But not working, and yet this cheap-ass device, worth like 10 bucks. Look how easy it picks up everything. Bam! 97.97. Let's see if we can increase the O2 sats. I'll try to hyperventilate just to see. Nope. Didn't change my O2 stats. Maybe this thing is actually just lying. Ooh, I got a head rush. I'll try to hold my breath. Oh no, there we go. It went up. So it does work. Anyways, probably be here tomorrow morning. Just assuming. And so, how the hell do you turn this off? Maybe you just auto off. Anyways, thanks all for being here. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one, folks. Hopefully having a better day than my AI coding adventure.